In my pocket of my shoe.
Doe just came out. He's gonna come. There he is. There he is. About to come back out from the rain. Hopefully those does come out here. We've had an exciting start to the afternoon hunt. Ryan and I are on the same end of the farm that we were this morning, but we've moved, I don't know, probably 1,000 yards to to the east on the other side. And we no sooner got in the stand than laid eyes on our target buck, Fitzmagic. We had a little 1.5-year-old spike come chasing a doe by while we were getting set up. And I could see some other deer down in the timber in front of us. And the next thing you know, there he was. He kind of pushed those does around. One of those does must be pretty close because he stayed on her trail. I threw a few calls his way, grunt, snort, wheeze. He stopped. He looked very intently in this direction, but decided to turn and stay on that doe's trail, and they went back up that strip of timber. It's a tough situation to try to call him away from her, but his body language was such that he wasn't very interested, and we had a spike under us and other deer, so I didn't want to start banging the antlers together and scare everything. We've had these two spikes fighting in the plot and snort wheezing at each other. So for the first hour and a half here, we've been kind of tied up with deer. This spot is a spot we call the South Plot. It's a nice turnip plot. We got a little clover mixed in. And the deer naturally work their way out of the bedding through this plot off to the cut ag field. Our wind is a southwest to west, switching to northwest right at dark, so there's not a whole lot of spots that can accommodate all of that. This spot works out pretty well. It's nice to see him this twice today, so hopefully we can get another chance and get him in bow range. That was a fun afternoon. Non-stop action the whole time we were here. It's really cool to lay eyes on Fitzmagic again. I forgot to mention earlier that this morning we had gone into the pond set on the Little Peninsula thinking that that's where Fitzmagic was bedding. It's supposed to have a south-southwest wind, but it was blowing east and we were getting northerly kicks, and then it would blow correctly, and We had a couple deer come in and get spooked, and then Fitzmagic, we spotted him, and he knew something wasn't right, so he got out of there. And I just elected to get down. I didn't want to mess it up any more than we did. But it's good to see him this afternoon, still right in this main area that we've been getting pictures of him. I think we have a good chance of catching up with him. So we're going to be back in here tomorrow. We're going to hunt the Poseidon set. Got a north wind. He seems to be going through that central timber every day, so hopefully we can get him in bow range tomorrow. It's him. It's him, dude. We're still good. Well, as you guys can see, you got a little close there right at the end. We were just talking, how many minutes do we have left till legal shooting? And I said 5, and then I heard a deer coming out of the timber, and I couldn't quite tell what it was, but then he got in the food plot, and I was like, it's a pretty good buck. And binos on him, it was him. And then we heard another one coming out of that thicket in front of us. So I was a little buck, and I thought, man, this is going to happen. He's going to follow this little buck right to the base of the tree, but he just stared at that buck and then walked down the path. Only deer to do that all night, walk the path out. Normally they cut the plot, go through the ditch, and go out to the standing ag that way. And Rise said we got enough camera light, so I let him get past us and grunted once to stop him, and then snort wheezed at him, and he started pawing the ground, but unfortunately didn't really respond, didn't come over, so he was on a mission and walked off. After seeing him earlier, I thought he was with that doe, but obviously to come out of there by himself, she's not in heat yet. So anyway, it's crazy to see him 3 times in one day, 3 separate instances, and we're gonna stay after him, and I think we have a pretty good chance of catching up with him here pretty soon if it stays like this. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.